Welcome back to the Deep Dive. It's Monday, December 22nd, 2025, and if you are anywhere in the tri-state area, that's Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, your weather reality is about to have a serious identity crisis.
It really is.
Our mission today is a hyper-focused deep dive into the weather sources. We're going to forecast the very precise, and I have to say, highly unusual conditions from today right through Christmas Day.
And we have to say it right up front, this isn't your standard December chill. We are officially entering what we're calling the Heat Miser Alert Week.
Heat miser, like that.
It's a dramatic pattern flip. We're talking temperatures that will be consistently, and I mean significantly, well above normal. It's the kind of weather whiplash that makes you wonder if you slept through winter and woke up in March.
And that context is so important, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really grasp how warm it's going to get without remembering where we just were.
Exactly.
First half of this month, December 1st through the 15th, was just historically brutal. I mean, it was a deep freeze that basically shut the region down.
The sources, they really confirmed just how extreme that was. For Kentucky, that 2-week stretch, it ranked inside the top 10 coldest December 1st through 15th periods on record.
On record.
Yeah. It wasn't just cold, it was dangerous. We had winter storm warnings, cold weather advisories were in effect right up until the 15th, and those wind chills, they were dipping to 15 degrees below zero.
That's infrastructure stressing cold.
It absolutely is. Travel halting cold.
Okay, so we have this massive, documented extreme cold just a few days ago. And now you're telling me to get ready for, what, light jacket weather for Christmas? How does the atmosphere even do that? How does it execute a swing this fast, this dramatically?
It's all about a massive shift in the pressure systems. That surface high pressure that was just parked over us, acting like a giant cork trapping all that Arctic air, it's finally been shoved out to the east.
And once it's gone?
Once it's gone, the vacuum it leaves is filled, and filled instantly by air flowing up from the southwest.
I see the technical term in the sources, warm air advection WAA. For anyone listening, what is advection in simple terms?
Think of it like a conveyor belt. Advection is just the horizontal movement of air, or in this case, heat. So the air isn't just heating up where it is.
Okay.
There's a strong and strengthening flow from the southwest, we're talking straight out of the Gulf, that is advecting or carrying these deep layers of warm, moist air directly over the Ohio Valley. That southwest flow is the engine, and it is starting to roar right now, this evening.
So if that engine is starting tonight, Monday night, what's the immediate change? What do people need to prepare for? Is it going to get slick?
The main thing tonight is moisture. That's the first thing you'll feel. That strong southwest flow is just pulling in moisture, and that's going to lead to light rain and drizzle overspreading the area from the southwest late this evening. And it'll stick around overnight into Tuesday morning.
So if you're on the road late tonight or early tomorrow, say driving through Cincy or Louisville, what are the conditions like?
It's not a heavy, dangerous rain, thankfully. Total rainfall amounts are going to be really light. We're talking less than 1/10 of an inch. But the critical safety piece for the morning commute is visibility.
Okay.
That light rain, combined with the mild temperatures, means low-level saturation is going to become widespread. And that is a perfect setup for patches of fog.
I noticed the source material used that classic NWS shorthand for it, BRFG.
Exactly. BR for mist, FG for fog. So we're expecting mist and patchy fog mixed in with that drizzle right during the peak Tuesday morning commute. No ice, but your visibility is definitely going to be reduced.
And the temperatures overnight. A huge change from last week.
Oh, a massive change. Lows will be in the upper 30s to the mid 40s. A mild, damp start to the week.
Okay, that brings us to Tuesday, December 23rd. This is where that heat miser alert really starts to earn its name, right?
This is the day. We're going to see a really significant climb. Highs will be pushing into the lower 50s in central Ohio. But across the rest of the tri-state, and especially northern Kentucky, we're looking at mid to upper 50s.
And will it be sunny?
Probably not. Skies are expected to be widespread overcast because of all that moisture. It won't be bright, but it will be remarkably mild for late December.
Now, Tuesday night gets interesting. There's this temperature gradient that could be tricky for travelers. It sounds like the dividing line is right around I-70.
Yeah, that's a key detail. The warmth is dominant, but a little sliver of that old, colder air is trying to hang on just to the north. So near and north of I-70, if you're in, say, Dayton or Columbus, overnight lows could dip back into the upper 20s.
Upper 20s, that means a chance of frost.
Precisely. You might see a little frost on the cars up there. But head south, down into northern Kentucky near the river, that warm flow keeps you insulated. Lows will stay in the lower 40s.
So a 50-mile drive is the difference between frost on your windshield and just a damp lawn.
It's a really unusual contrast for this time of year, yeah.
All right, this is where it gets really interesting. We're pivoting to the big days, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. This is all being driven by a high-pressure system building a loft, a ridge. Is that the final nail in the coffin for any cold air?
It is. That building ridge is the driving force. It acts like a dome. It just deflects any cold air and keeps that warm conveyor belt pumping into the region. We are firmly in the peak warmth period now.
So let's break down Christmas Eve, Wednesday the 24th. For people doing last-minute driving or errands, what's the daytime look like?
The daytime on Christmas Eve should be pretty good, actually. If we focus on the Ripley, Ohio area as a baseline, the forecast is for partly sunny skies with a high near 46 degrees.
46 is pretty comfortable.
Oh yeah, it's downright spring-like. The main issue won't be the day, it's what happens late that night.
Rain comes back in.
It does. Confidence in rain really ramps up after midnight. We're looking at a 50% chance of precip moving in after 1 a.m. Wednesday night, so late night travel, you'll need to expect rain.
And then Christmas Day itself, Thursday the 25th. This is the peak of the heat miser.
This is the warmest day of the whole period. Definitely a green Christmas, not a white one. The core forecast shows rain is expected, with a high near 55 degrees in that Ripley area.
55.
But other regional forecasts suggest parts of the tri-state could push even higher into the mid-50s, and the chance of rain is high, listed at 80%. If you have outdoor plans, you need a backup plan. It's going to be a steady, consistent rain.
I want to pause on the models here because this is where the deep dive is so useful. The consensus is warm, but I see the sources pointing out that not every model agrees on just how warm.
Right, this is where it gets nuanced. While most of the guidance confirms this extreme warmth, the European model, the Euro, it's noted as being not quite as warm as the others for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
And why is the Euro the skeptic here?
The Euro model is depicting a cold, high-pressure system just a little bit farther south than the other models. It's just sitting far enough north that it creates a slightly stronger temperature gradient along that northern edge of the tri-state.
So it's basically holding on to a little more of that cool air up north.
Essentially, yes. It prevents the peak warmth from penetrating quite as deeply. It's still warm, don't get me wrong, but it shows the balancing act forecasters are dealing with. A few degrees difference on Christmas Day changes everything for people.
That makes total sense. So zooming out, what does this brief warm spell mean? Because the long-term forecasts hint that this is a temporary truce before total warfare.
That's the key takeaway. This warmth is a brief vacation. The long-range models, and there is now a remarkable consensus, they all indicate a strong cold front is going to arrive late this coming weekend. And it's going to bring a drastic, non-negotiable change.
Weather whiplash.
You are going to experience weather whiplash like you rarely see.
I've seen the phrase Arctic crash tied to this. And when we say crash, the data points and the sources are genuinely shocking.
The Arctic crash is highly probable, and the speed is what's so dangerous. The models are projecting a deep trough, bringing frigid Arctic air just slamming back into the region to close out the year.
And the detail.
Here's a detail that demands your attention. The Euro model, the reliable one, is showing temperatures potentially plunging from the deep 60s early Sunday to single-digit wind chills in less than 24 hours.
From the 60s to single-digit wind chills between Sunday morning and Monday morning.
Yeah, that requires preparation. For everything, pipes, pets, the power grid. It's not a gradual cool down. It is a frontal passage that will feel like someone flipped a switch.
And the confidence in this is high because of this fascinating model battle that's been going on.
It is. The GFS, the American model, it was the initial skeptic on all of this. It was a real outlier.
How so?
The traditional GFS was showing temperatures 15 degrees cooler than the Euro and Canadian models for Friday and Saturday. It was really resisting this whole dramatic warm up then crash narrative.
So if the GFS was skeptical, why is the forecast for an extreme crash now so confident?
Technology.
Right.
Because the new AI version of the GFS has finally started aligning with the Euro and the Canadian models on the severity and the timing of that Arctic crash.
So the AI is pulling the American model toward the more extreme predictions.
Exactly. It's closing the gap dramatically. This convergence is what gives forecasters such high confidence. The GFS AI is still maybe 10 degrees cooler than the Euro for Saturday, but they are locked into the same trajectory for Sunday night into Monday.
And you mentioned the Canadian model.
And just to put a fine point on it, the Canadian model is currently the one that's even stronger. It's predicting the most extreme, most dangerous wind chill forecasts during that transition. When three independent global models start singing the same scary song, you have to listen.
This has been a critical deep dive. Let's bring it all back together. We started by establishing the sheer shock of going from record cold to this week's heat miser alert.
All driven by that strong, warm air advection. We tracked it day by day, the fog for Tuesday morning, and then we confirmed that Christmas Day, Thursday the 25th, will be mild and wet.
Highs near 55, 80% chance of rain.
Outdoor plans will be tough.
And finally, we locked in the certainty of a major post-holiday cold crash fueled by that amazing convergence of the Euro, Canadian, and GFS AI models. So the final advice is to use these next few mild days.
Use the mild days, absolutely. If you have any outdoor projects or travel you can get done before this coming weekend, do it now. The main impact will be felt late this weekend when that Arctic air arrives. You have to be ready for wind chills to plunge from mild and rainy all the way down toward the single digits in less than a day.
You know, this incredible alignment of the global models, the Euro, Canadian, the new GFS AI, all agreeing on a temperature swing of 60 degrees or more. It just raises this potent question about our future winters. When we see such rapid transitions from record cold to extreme warmth and then right back again, it really suggests a profound instability in the major atmospheric patterns. Are we entering an era where this kind of high magnitude temperature whiplash is the new normal for the tri-state? That pattern of extremes is something for you to mull over as you look ahead to January.